Are you suggesting that those Chase boys are too good for you? Because you are dead wrong. My God, Maggie, you're beautiful. It pisses me off that you can't see it, and I blame your mother. Liv shook her head as she looked at her oldest friend. Petite and blessed with fine, almost delicate features, Maggie had a head of gorgeous strawberry blonde hair. She usually wore it in a tight knot at the back of her head, but when she let it free, it hung past her waist. Tortoiseshell glasses often hid the big amber brown eyes, fringed with long lashes. Hell, Maggie was pretty when she looked like a button-up schoolteacher. But Liv knew Maggie had a knockout figure lurking under those clothes and itched to cut and style the hair, get rid of the glasses, and show a bit of skin. Liv, those Chase boys are out of my league. Men that handsome and, well, manly don't notice high school history teachers. And she had to admit that they were all so powerfully vital and masculine that it intimidated her. Speak of the devils. Liv nodded her head, and the three turned to watch the Chase brothers stroll into the bar. In fact, every single woman, and even the not-so-single ones, noticed the four impossibly handsome brothers. My. Those boys sure are fine. Maggie's gut tightened at the sight. Yup. Liv fanned her face with a napkin. Mm-hmm. Dee nodded. Once they disappeared into the back where the pool tables were, the women turned back to their conversation. Go on, Dee. Tell us about Arthur. We know you want to. Every Friday night, Dee did a weekly Arthur is so wonderful update. Arthur Jones was Dee's boyfriend, one of the good guys. They were planning a wedding for Valentine's Day. He planted a magnolia tree in the backyard earlier this week and put in an arbor with yellow climbing roses. 3 of them, because, you know, we've been together 3 years. He's so sweet. Smiling through the sudden lump in her throat, Maggie stood and patted Dee's shoulder. Yeah, he is. She stood up. I'll be back. I have to make a pit stop. It didn't used to bother her so much that she didn't have someone. Dating around was fine, fun even. But lately, Maggie had begun to want the kind of love and connection that Dee had with Arthur. She wanted someone to make breakfast for, someone to plant flowers with and take long walks hand in hand at the lake with. She now knew she was missing something and she wanted it. On her way back from the ladies' room, she heard Patrick call out that their order of chili cheese fries was done. With a wave to thank him, she moved to the kitchen order window to grab them and save him a trip. 3 steps from the kitchen window area, someone slammed into her. Knocked sideways, the platter of gooey fries flipped over, dropping with a splat on the side of her blouse and down the leg of her pants. Hey, watch where you're going. Maggie spun around, astounded at the tone. Me? Did you just bark at me? You're the one who bumped into me. You made me drop this food all over my clothes and the floor. Last time I checked, it's the person walking backwards' job to watch out. Looking up and then up some more, she came to the insanely gorgeous face of none other than Shane Chase. You were in the middle of the aisle, he growled at her, arms crossed over his chest. It's the walkway, dumbass. It's called that because it's where people walk. Unable to stop herself, she used a very slow voice, and her heart sped a bit as his jaw clenched at her tone. And then her inner bitch wanted to snicker. Instead, she couldn't resist. Facing forward, I might add. This guy took the cake. A little bit of good looks turned him into a self-righteous jerk. Narrowing his eyes, he leaned into a personal space to intimidate her, but she refused to step back. She did work with teenagers every day, after all, and the man was acting like a big baby. Did you just call the sheriff a dumbass? No, I called you a dumbass. The dumbass who wasn't watching where he was going and slammed into me and then yelled at me. The dumbass who has no manners. I'm calling that guy a dumbass. That you happen to be a cop is not relevant. Although, one might expect a cop to actually act with civility and basic manners. She huffed. But the impact was not as impressive as she'd hoped, given that he was nearly a foot taller than she was, and all that distracting, hard muscle and really nice smell. Why did a jerk like him have to smell so good she wanted to lean in and take a bite? It'd serve him right if she did. Shaking